The strip club signs started with me wanting to say to address some more of the readings that I had been doing in college, as well as still working with the female form, or strip clubs actually. Strip clubs are more prolific today. Aver- um, they are mainstream now. They're talked about in pop culture on a regular basis, as well as they are seen as a rite of passage in some circles. You know, both men and women talk about strip clubs, going to the strip club, what that experience is like, and what that means. And there are various levels of power exchanges that happen in this space between men and women, and the work addresses those exchanges in the text. I took the aesthetic for the signs from actual strip club signs and how they're advertised. They're used neon lights, neon signage, and this is where my work comes in, pulls from that aesthetic. So instead of just advertising or just saying, you know, girls and the triple X, I decided to incorporate text in there that talked about that space, the exchange of power that happens in that space, and what would the advertising for a strip club be if it was talking about the atmosphere, the exchanges, and the space. So the text in the work refers to um, the exchanges of power, what happens in that space. You have, you know, the clothed man, the naked woman. You have where one that's on the stage, one is below, one is handing money, one is dancing for money. What does that mean? How does that exchange work? How does that exchange of power, the exchange of money, the exchange of sexual pleasure, both the giving and the receiving on both ends, how does that affect each individual, each man, each woman in that space? How does that affect them outside of that space? And what parts of their interactions color how they view the opposite sex outside of that space? And this is what the work is talking about. This is what the work is addressing.